This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Oh, cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
We are both decked in our merch. Did not plan it. It's all I wear.
It's literally all I wear, too. It's just, you know, when you have a new toy, it's all you want to play with. That's, I mean,
or discover your own body.
Okay. It's the Lord's Day. We're recording on a Sunday. I've been wearing the same 5 pieces of clothing interchanged. So I got 5 new pieces of clothing and now they're all I'm wearing.
Yeah. It looks really good, guys. We right out of the gate.
Yeah.
We've got merch. It's on DFTBA. Look up our shop.
Don't get it from anywhere else. There's sites we've seen that are trying to cop our merch and sell it like their own. So go to DFTBA. Make sure that's where you get it.
Oh my God. Someone DM'd me. I told you. And was like, hey, is this your merch store? Because if not, like, they just ripped me off and took my money. And so I looked it up. And so it's like a site you have to like join to be able to buy stuff.
Wow.
So who knows what the waiver is. But I sent them a strongly worded
Good. You asked
email
to talk to the manager.
Until I Karen.
Yeah. But that's the kind of Karen situation that I think it works in.
I think that's actually called caring.
Caring. Yeah. I caring my way into the talk to the manager. That's also, they did that quick.
Right? Lifting people's artwork, and it's like, it's our merch for our podcast. Could you imagine like someone ripping off your song or like some real emotional, close to your heart shit?
Yeah. I can't. I haven't made any of that kind of stuff in a bit.
Me neither. Art smart. Oh, but that reminds me, I just saw right before we started recording, I was like, okay, last little ditch effort to like look up stuff.
Yeah.
You know Grimes?
Yeah, Elon Musk's significant other.
Also, Musk's is hard to say.
Is that his last name?
Elon Musk. But possessive, that would be Musk's.
Musk's. We looked up. We started to watch this movie Tesla yesterday, and it sucked. And I was like, did Elon Musk start Tesla? And Elliot looked it up. He did not. He's just a rich kid that invested in Tesla.
Get out of here.
He did not start it. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
The more you know.
The more you know. Also, just looking at your shirt and saying Musk, I think me and Chip have been talking a lot lately about pet skunks. Like, it's a lot of his would you rather haves have been skunks lately.
Yeah.
Like a pet skunk or this. I think Musk would be a hilarious name for a pet skunk.
Yeah. There's something kind of refined and disgusking about it. Musk. Anyway, Grimes.
Sorry, Grimes. Anyway.
Another great name.
Oh my God, yes. I have a skunk named Musk and a skunk named Grimes. She got a fucking arts grant from Canada. She's like full on got it with taxpayers' money, and she's married to the second richest man on earth.
So what the arts?
I'm so pissed.
The headline of this, I saw the headline. It didn't make sense. It got me a little itchy, agitated. So I doom scrolled further into some other stuff. But she got an arts grant, presumably to make art.
Yes, and
Canada supports it.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm confused about is like, why are insanely rich people getting this money? It's like if you were in high school and like the richest kid in school gets all the scholarships.
Got a full scholarship.
And you're like, go fuck yourself. He can like buy a new wing for the school. It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you listened to any of her music? She does music, right? That's her thing? And then she creates robot babies, I guess.
I don't know. I haven't listened to it.
I've never listened to it. I couldn't tell you.
I always put it like in my head.
Yeah. How would you? Okay, let's say an alien comes down.
Never listen to Grimes.
I need you. It's life or death. Describe a Grimes music taste to me.
I'd be like, she is in the same category as Yoko Ono and Bjork. Like music that I think is probably like well revered and people think it's artsy, but to me it's just like, I don't know, just like little screams. I don't know.
I feel like, you could, most of the musical sounds are from something out of a dumpster that makes noise. Yeah. That's my favorite SNL sketch is Bjork being like, I put nickels in the oven and they go, da, 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 da. And it's Celebrity Jeopardy. Yeah, it's great.
I love it. So anyway, that's my first rant.
First rant, warranted. Canada, I feel like there's got to be some other artists out there. Are people just not applying? Maybe that's part of it.
Should we go apply?
Should we apply? If Grimes is getting it, I think we could probably.
I don't know what we are considering art, but If Canada wants to give us some type of citizenship, I'll start recording music with you.
Well, wasn't there, you had texted before the election saying like Canada's taking 200 applications for new residents.
I think it's like 400,000 new
400,000. Yeah. And it's saying that we should apply. And that was a real
I think we should get our pitch together. I think it should include some dance numbers.
Yeah.
But c'est la vie. C'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
I'm already ready for French Canadian.
Yeah, and that's one of Grimes' top songs. C'est la vie. Oh. Wow. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that, but Justin Trudeau.
Do you want me to tell you something that's fucked up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you came in and before we started recording, you were like, I haven't been dreaming lately.
Right. Yeah, I haven't been dreaming, and I had a very vivid dream that was very intense last night that is not for the podcast.
Not for the podcast. But I have been dreaming extremely vividly.
Wow. Okay.
Like all night long, which I'm sure is actually like 4 seconds.
Yeah. That brain is a wild chamber.
Honestly, like I dream so long and so vividly that if scientists, like if I was in a sleep clinic and they were like, you dream for 3 seconds, I'd be like, I will kill you. These are lies. Like, these are absolute lies.
I lived a lifetime overnight.
Like, I wake up exhausted.
Yeah.
Because I'm constantly running for a flight.
You run through like 4 trilogies of Star Wars in your dreams.
Yes, absolutely. But last night, I feel like I have to tell you this. It's like when you have a dream that, like, you know, someone does you dirty and you're like, I got to get it out there because I'm thinking they actually did it.
Right. I don't want to unconsciously be like upset with this person that has no idea.
Exactly. Last night I had a dream that you and I went to a party and got very drunk.
Okay.
And the next day you were like, Mamrie, I got to tell you something. I'm like, what? You're like, I had sex with Guy Fieri. And I was like, Grace, no, we've got such a good vibe going. Our 2 boyfriends like each other. Why did you have sex with Guy Fieri?
Wow.
He took you to Flavortown, bitch.
What an act of self-harm.
That was so vivid.
Wow. I mean, yeah, if I'm gonna ruin my life, I guess that's a hilarious way to ruin it. Oh, that's so gross.
I know. I'm sorry, but like in the dream, it wasn't like, oh, you fuck with me. That's hilarious. In the dream, I was like, Grace, no, not Guy Fieri.
And then I was like, he kept his sunglasses on the back of his neck the whole time.
No, he had you put the sunglasses on the back. Oh my God, that has to be a sex move called the Guy Fieri. Where like if you are fucking someone from behind, but you make them wear sunglasses. On the back of their neck. If that is not one of those like Abraham Lincoln Eiffel Towers, it is now. I got Fieri'd.
Oh. That's so gross.
So anyway, I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you're in a happy relationship. All is well. But I had to tell you because it felt like I was keeping a secret about you from you.
Wow. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for exploring like what would be my greatest mistake in your own dreams.
Diners, drives, and dreams.
And dies. Wow.
So that was a rough. So I had to like wake up today and like watch some Pioneer Woman on Food Network just to like reset. Just to reset.
Well, I mean, maybe. I'm trying to connect the dots.
Are you considering it?
No. Oh God, absolutely not.
I do watch a lot of like Guy's grocery games late at night. Like when
so
we go to
in
bed.
Your brain.
When we go to bed and Chip is like, come on, let's go to bed. And I'm like, I'm going to be up another half an hour.
Right.
I put in headphones and I usually will watch something that I know I'll fall asleep to.
Yeah, that's your sleep meditation is Guy's grocery games.
Is Guy's like you listen to actual like call maps. I listen to Guy Fieri challenge people. 3, 2, 1, and go.
You can only get out of aisle 8. I've never watched it.
That was a pretty good game, though.
I've tried.
I think aisle 8 it might be frozen foods, so that would be a tough one.
Well, I guess Guy Fieri is kind of like a critter, and so.
Oh wow, wow.
Yeah, so I'm trying to segue to I have a critter corner story.
Yes. Now I just want a shirt of Randy with Guy Fieri.
Right. I know. We can make a round 2 of these shirts, and it's just Guy Fieri over the opossum's face.
Instead of diner drivers and dies, it just says trash, 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 trash. Oh God. Okay. Wait. You have a critter corner.
Yeah. So maybe this kind of it's basically like I've been afraid to tell you about this because it's like one of your fears.
I already know.
I know you know. We have a mouse situation at our new house.
I believe it's a rat.
Well, here's the deal. We're working on it.
Okay.
When we moved in, we're basically in like a terrarium.
Yeah, you're in a cone of wilderness.
Yeah, and it was cute at first, and then they started getting confident.
I love that you just, at the beginning of this description, you said a mouse. And now you're using they.
Well,
now, is it a gender-neutral mouse, or are there multiple?
We're currently in it, and we think it's only one, and we thought we had it handled, but we're not totally sure. So we had seen them at night, heard it or them scurrying.
Just outside, though, not
outside,
indoors. Okay,
never indoors, never.
Oh, my God.
But we would leave our little side door open a little bit so that Goose could get out at night, because she used to have a dog door and our old place doesn't have one. So we're trying
that dog door. You better get
I
that
know,
dog door.
I know. So then she starts barking at night, and we realize like, oh, I think someone got into the house, and then
God, that is terrifying.
I know, because I've never, ever, even living in New York, ever had a situation with a mouse in a house. So it didn't even register in my dumb, naive brain that they want to come inside, because that's where all the food is. And it's getting cold. So obviously all of it adds up.
Oh, they've just been outside of your house while you've been making full Thanksgiving feasts.
Yeah. So anyway, we call Orkin immediately. They come. They set up the traps outside, which I had at my old place, which like stopped the problem. Like there was a couple when I first moved in 4 years ago to my old place. Stopped it immediately.
I get it. We had the problem in Palm Springs. Like I've had to deal with it.
And then they put sticky traps in our kitchen, which the guy came in.
The
guy came in and did it so quickly, and we're wearing masks, and so I couldn't understand everything he was saying, and so he left, and there was just these like pieces of plastic rectangles with what looked like barbecue sauce squirted on top of them. And in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe that like wards them off. I don't know how this works. And Elliot and I are the same type of person where we are blissfully ignorant about things we don't want to deal with. So they're up there in the kitchen all day. We are watching TV all night. We go to bed at like 11:30, 12. 10 minutes after we go to bed, we hear the ice machine in our kitchen go off. We hear Goose bark, and then Elliot gets up because we both know what has possibly happened, because we didn't want to believe it could. But literally 10 minutes after we left the living room, he goes out there and he comes back. He goes, there's one in the sticky trap. And he's never dealt with this before either. So both of us start freaking out.
Wait,
of like,
okay, hold on. I have a question. I'm sorry to interrupt, but just so I have the full visual.
Yeah.
The visual.
Visual. Yeah, there was a visual.
There was a visual. At this point, when you've had Orkin Man come and lay down the barbecue traps.
Yeah.
Were you still leaving the door cracked?
No, we closed it.
Okay, I was I'd rather pick up steaming hot shit.
We had closed it, and the night before we closed it, so even before the Orkin guy came, we didn't have any activity happening. So we were like, okay, maybe at least the boxes are outside near the door area, so whatever's outside trying to get in at night will get in those boxes. And then these are just for show in our brain. And then so we go to bed, hear this clamoring in the kitchen. Elliot goes out there and he goes, there's one guy. It's in the trap. I don't know what to do. I've never done this before, and neither one of us had wrapped our heads around it. So I start Googling like, what do you do? Because you didn't want to kill it. And
right, but I think those in and of themselves are like inhumane.
The worst things ever.
Yeah, like PETA's coming for you immediately.
Things ever. We didn't wrap our heads around any of this. So I look up. Like Goose, for whatever reason, slept through the entire thing. So she had barked the night before, and then I think she had anxiety. I think she had so much anxiety. Like, you know, when you bring a dog home from adoption, you say they sleep for like a week.
Like when my mom comes to visit.
Yeah, I think that she like slept for the first time that night. And so when this commotion was happening, we heard the ice machine. I thought I heard her bark, but Elliot was like, she's
I already warned you, motherfuckers. Yeah, you can deal with this problem.
I did my job.
Head on.
So Elliot comes in, and he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And he's trying to like work himself up. And I Google, he finally like gets a box, and he drags the trap out the door. And I know. And then I Google that like a humane way to deal with this, to loosen them off the sticky trap, is you put olive oil on them. And so Elliot leaves. He comes back like a few minutes later, just head down. He goes, I dragged the trap out with a box.
Oh my God.
And then I poured olive oil all over this mouse like I was making dinner, and then it like squirmed off and ran into like the bushes up the hill, and he just came and sat on the side of the bed and told me that, and I was like, I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that, but that is the most hilarious visual
my
ever.
God, I was so nervous. Olive oil mouse was going to run back in your house, and now you just have, and now it's just slipping, sliding. Now it's just like going around the corner like Tokyo Drift.
I know. But now I just imagine that guy going back to his like colony or whatever, and being like, okay,
yeah.
So
let me explain.
Yeah.
The other little mouse is like, anyone got some balsamic vinegar and a baguette? Because we got some fresh EVOO up in this bitch.
Yeah, so that was our happened last week, and we've just been like, and everything's been fine.
I'm sorry,
since.
I'm screaming so much.
I know this is why I didn't want to tell you, because this is one of your nightmares. But it's currently what we're dealing with, and everything's been fine since. But there's just a lingering sense of wonder, and dread of what's going on.
Some mornings you wake up feeling ready to get back in bed. You pull the covers over your head and go back to sleep, and there is no judgment for that. Because when you have the most comfortable sheets you have ever felt, you want to stay in bed as long as possible. And if you don't love your sheets, then Brooklinen has got you covered. Full disclosure, I got Brooklinen sheets through advertising for them on this show. They sent me a pair, and oh my God, getting out of bed is a bitch, you guys. Brooklinen was started by a couple named Rich and Vicky, who also tried to find beautiful home essentials that don't cost an arm and a leg. And when they couldn't, they founded Brooklinen as a first direct-to-consumer bedding company. So they work with manufacturers to make luxury available directly to you without all the luxury level markups. They've got over 50,000 five-star reviews and counting, and they're so confident in their product that all their bedding comes with a lifetime warranty. So why not try that sheet out? And don't wait. Do something nice for yourself. Go to brooklinen.com and use the promo code TMGW to get 10% off your first order and free shipping. That's BROOKLINEN.com and enter promo code TMGW for 10% off your first order plus free shipping. brooklinen.com, promo code TMGW at checkout. Go get it.
Today we have support from one of my favorite companies. I'm talking about HelloFresh. Yes, that's right, America's #1 meal kit. Maybe you've heard of them. They offer convenient, no-contact delivery to your doorstep for easy home cooking with the family. They have recipes that are easy to follow with simple steps and pictures for all my visual learners out there to guide you along the way. They deliver fresh, high-quality, pre-portioned ingredients so you can make meals that are delicious and nutritious, and they have all kinds of variety. They offer more than 20 chef-crafted delicious options each week to help you break out of your recipe rut or to try new things. The one thing that I've been loving and have made twice in the last month is their crispy Parmesan chicken. It's buttery, it's got carrots, it's got garlic herb couscous, it's an impressive meal that is so easy to make that it's truly like a magic trick that you can do at home for yourself and your loved ones. And they're super flexible. You can easily change your delivery days or meal plan preferences, and you can skip a week whenever you need to right on the app. And you can feel good about supporting HelloFresh because they give back. They're donating to those in need. So far in 2020, they've donated 3.5 million meals. That's incredible. Incredible. And if you guys want to get in on this offer, go to hellofresh.com/TMGW90 and use code TMGW90 to get $90 off, including free shipping. Again, go to hellofresh.com/TMGW90, use code TMGW90 to get $90 off, including free shipping.
Now, I have a question.
Yeah.
When I came to your house, the first time I've seen your new house, to take pics in the merch.
There was one in the bush next to you, and Elliot said you saw it.
I saw it.
Yeah, I know. He goes, she saw it. And I was like, I know.
Okay, and because we were walking around the house, and then I heard, and I saw out of the corner of my eye, like the mad flash where you're like, that ain't no squirrel. You know what I mean? And then I was like, there's a little something's in the bushes. I tried to play it off and not freak because this is what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to go, beautiful new home, Grace.
I'll never come back here.
I'm fucking terrified.
I know. No, trust me. We didn't want to believe that they were there. The first couple nights we thought it was like
stages
squirrels.
of denial.
Well, we also have a ton of birds that will just come down from the bushes and just eat berries out of the stones that are down there. So all the rustling noises sound identical. And so the first couple nights, in the darkness, we thought we saw one, or we didn't know. And so we were like, okay, they must be coming down from the hillside that we're against, because I've only lived at the top of a hill, not at the base of one. And so I think and then one night I could hear someone in the house above the hill above me doing
Oh,
and I was
so
like,
they know.
oh, they're chasing them out of their yard. They're coming straight down to our backyard, and they're coming in here. Shit, this is a
You're
bigger
a landing pad.
Yeah, exactly. And
in the game of Rat Wipeout.
So yeah, we don't know. We're taking it day by day.
Okay.
Oregon's coming back next week, and
You know
Elliot
what?
now has had his first experience
With olive oil.
oiling a rat.
That's something to be thankful for.
And so, I mean, honestly, it's like a rite of passage. He does
So
feel
scary.
more able to handle the next time it happens. But
100%.
yeah, it's wild.
He's getting like a fucking pony keg of olive oil from Costco now.
Yeah, we're ordering in bulk now.
Well, I have faith. The only thing I'll say, and then we'll get off my least favorite subject of all time. The only thing I'll say is when we had rats having a goddamn fruit party in our backyard in Palm Springs and call the exterminator, there's only been like a couple sightings in the last year.
Yeah, no, or
more than a year, and it's been like a single one.
We've been fine since this was last week, so everything's been okay. We're just still not fully at ease with the situation yet.
Have you cooked with olive oil since? And it does.
Yeah,
Elliot have a little PTSD.
Yeah, if he does, he's not showing it yet because we cooked Thanksgiving food like crazy people, and it was wonderful.
I was gonna say, I feel like you guys pulled Thanksgiving out like really quickly.
Pulled it
like
out
you
of
were
our
like,
ass.
I don't know if we're gonna do any Thanksgiving, and all of a sudden I look on my Instagram and you guys are and Elliot is like squad goaling with a turkey.
Yeah, well, chicken because we didn't know. Neither one of us had made a turkey before. So we played it real safe.
So you were a little chicken yourself.
We were a little chicken. That situation. We just went to the grocery store on Wednesday, and then it wasn't that crowded, so we just started. And surprisingly, and so they have every setup of all the things you need for Thanksgiving.
The end of the aisle is like, oh well, this is the sweet potato casserole zone.
Here's the spark notes of everything you need for your Thanksgiving meal. And we just grabbed a bunch and then tried to cook it, and it all worked out weirdly well.
Yeah, I went to the grocery store on Wednesday too, and I was like, should I wear riot gear?
Yeah, no, that's what I was assuming. I was like, we're really doing this? Okay, here we go. This will be an adventure.
It was completely calm and lovely. But now that you say that, like the end of the aisle is little spark notes for food. They should just have setups like that for meal ideas.
Yeah.
It should just be like, hey guys, here's what you need for a chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
seasonally,
like its own little HelloFresh moment.
Yeah. I don't know why they don't.
Why don't they freaking do that?
Talk to their manager. Get in there.
Oh, I'm going to talk to Mr. Albertsons next week. Two things.
Yes.
Thanksgiving regards.
Yes. How was yours?
Mine was great. I told you I saw my friend Jacqueline and her husband, and they just got a pool installed.
Nice. Yeah, it looks so lovely.
So it was great. It was like we ate outside, we hung out in the pool, played a little rummy cube. It was good to go. Some Aperol spritzes. But I got a text from the dog Josh's owner on Thanksgiving Day. On Thanksgiving Day, I was like, who am I getting? Because you get your like random Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for you kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got like have a safe and happy Thanksgiving visual. And then it said, from Joshua with a dog emoji. You found me outside. Thank you for calling my owner.
Wow.
So I got a message, not just from the owner, from Joshua.
From Joshua.
Himself.
And he signed it with his own face.
But then I got from Mary. On Thanksgiving. Hi, will I get to see, in caps locks, our dog sometime after Thanksgiving? Our is capitalized.
Like, Mary is the sweetest, but there is a chance that these recordings of this podcast will be used in a court of law in the future.
Why do you think I say everything on here? Yeah. Just in case. I have got a fucking track record.
You have a verbal trail.
Oh my God.
That's so funny. Our dog.
Our dog. Grace, here's another weird thing that happened to me
today. Go on.
Or in the last 24 hours. Okay. I've kind of got a feud going.
A feud, okay.
I'm in a feud with a train company.
Like a train, like Amtrak kind of.
Here's the deal. Okay.
Can you say the name? Are we legally
allowed? I'll go for it. I'll tell you everything. But here's what's happened.
Okay.
Probably like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, I was watching an episode of an HGTV show. I think it was the Genevieve Gorder show, whatever it was, the Dear Genevieve, maybe.
From Trading Spaces.
I adore her. I follow her on Instagram. So anyway, and what she did that was very cool is this family had a house and it randomly had an old like train caboose in the backyard. And one of them was a screenwriter. And so she turned the train caboose into like this cool, like speakeasy looking like office with like a little bar cart.
Super
and
cool.
like very cute. And I became obsessed. I was like, oh my God, like when I have a vacation home, I want a train car in the back. That's my like office.
That's
it was
amazing.
so cool.
So cute.
Right? So I was like started researching. And so then for some reason I signed up for a newsletter for this railroad company. It was called Sterling Rail Inc. That like twice a month probably I would get a random email that was like, these are train cars that are for sale.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Just
exactly what you're looking
like
for.
right off, like literally like just stopped being used. They're not like turned into anything.
Okay.
And for some reason I like I'm not in the market for cabooses.
Right.
Caboose? I don't know. Is it a caboose?
What's
the plural of caboose?
Goodbye.
But I would just look at it occasionally and daydream, right?
It's so funny that there's a newsletter that sends out available caboose.
Sterling Rail will be like, we've got 2 in Oklahoma that are, storage, whatever. So I'm totally normal, this is what's up. Yesterday, I get from Sterling Rail Inc., and it's normally just like a date and like things that are available.
Sure.
The subject line is Trump will win.
Whoa.
I open it.
Whoa.
From a train company.
Okay.
I open it and it's a picture of Trump kissing a flag. And it says
and he is really gripping that flag.
He's getting in there. And it says, time to get down to brass tacks. True Americans know this election was stolen to facilitate a global elite agenda. And then it says, please support small businesses and contractors in the railroad industry. And it's talking about the Supreme Court. It links a video to say, like, here's some perspective. And it's like a total, like, red state old men on YouTube talking.
Is this like a QAnon situation?
I don't know. It says Trump will ultimately win and expose one of the greatest political frauds ever perpetrated onto the American people. God bless. And it's from this fucking train company out of Texas that like I've fully enjoyed for 5 or 6 years, right?
I'm glad you didn't invest in one of their available trains.
Yeah, if you're looking for trains, don't give them money.
No.
So anyway, I responded to the email. And I assume like it's just gonna go like a bounce back thing, right?
Yeah.
So I respond.
Oh no.
And I go, damn. Finally going to unsubscribe from this newsletter. Y'all have truly gone off the rails. And I was like, well done, me. Right? And I was
tiny
like,
high five to self.
Boop, boop. I'm like, no one's ever going to read this. It goes to like a database. 3 minutes later.
Oh, no.
3 minutes later, I get, thank you. We are scrubbing worthless contacts. Regards, Garrett.
Garrett coming in hot and spicy.
So,
we are scrubbing worthless contacts?
Yes. Wow. Like they don't need me on their listserv.
Wow.
If I don't believe that the election was a fraud, right?
Wow, Garrett.
So then I let several hours go past. Chip and I have some wine.
Yeah, so then doing it for a little bit.
So then I just respond with a GIF that's a train going off the tracks into the abyss that has Trump dancing on the train. How I found it's literally a Trump train going off a cliff and he's dancing on it, right?
Oh my God.
So I'm like, I got to.
Look, sometimes pictures speak louder than words.
Right? So then an hour after that, and this just proves that Republicans are bad at memes.
Yeah, well, that's scientific.
Like, there's
fact.
a whole Reddit thread.
Yeah, Ted Cruz is embarrassingly cringy bad at anything he tries.
So then he responds back, and it's Daniel Day-Lewis.
What?
It's just a picture of Daniel
It's
Day-Lewis
like a
as
graphic.
Lincoln, I think.
I guess.
And it says yes. And then the next GIF, or the next meme, is Biden as a Domino's delivery man. And it says, buy one, get 10 free. And that's it.
What?
And I'm like, do I keep this going? How do I respond?
Wait, is it that you haven't responded yet?
I haven't responded. I mean, I didn't think we were going to have a back and forth.
And that's also
of trying to own each other.
Right. And now it's very confusing and those don't make sense. What's the Daniel Day-Lewis? Oh, Lincoln, the Lincoln Party.
I can't tell if he's Lincoln
or Freddie Mercury.
Or the dude from, remember that movie he did with Leonardo DiCaprio about like New York, like the 5 boroughs or something?
Yeah, Gangs of New York.
Yeah, I don't understand this Gangs of New York. I really don't understand Domino's. Number one, that's a female Domino's delivery person they put Biden's head on. But is it just saying that like they got 10 votes for every person who actually voted for him?
I don't know.
I don't know, but should I respond?
I think this
going.
I mean, okay, I'm torn.
Because I want you to help me pick what I respond with.
I'm very torn.
Me and Garrett at Sterling Rail. Fuck them.
Yeah. It's like embarrassing and also fascinating. Part of me wants you to just respond with that photo of him at the tiny desk. Yes, no.
Oh my God, perfect. I'm doing it right now.
Trump at the tiniest desk.
Oh my gosh. Trump at tiny desk. Google image. That's all I'm going to say.
That's
no context.
That's my favorite thing ever is that he's literally at like a children's sized desk going, I won the election. I won. Okay.
Should I add a text that's also like a hilarious pun on the fact that this desk is so small? Like, oh, let's table this conversation. A tiny table.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was a very unexpected feud this week, and I was like,
when they
no, they did not.
They say, to quote Michelle Obama, when they go low, you go high. But
I go high. Here's a dank meme.
Yeah, they haven't even
up.
gone low. They've just gone very confusing.
Here's the deal. I would expect this email from the random. Remember when I was randomly on a listserv for a bullet store in Colorado?
Yeah. You get your info's out there to a lot of people.
Okay.
You just want to make sure this person doesn't like dox you or anything.
What's doxing?
Doxing's like when they reveal all your personal information to the internet.
But this guy owns a train company.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's his idea of an owning me on a meme.
Yeah, that's true. And also, like, the images that he sent back show that he has very minimal research skills of internet things.
Okay, I'm saying I have the picture of the tiny desk. And I said, let's table this convo. Tiny table.
Great.
And sent.
It's sent. It's out there.
Oh my feud, it continues.
I don't know. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. The last thing I'll say about Trump, not a political podcast, is a couple weeks ago, you were like, what would be your ideal way that Trump like gets forcefully taken out of office?
Yes.
And I thought about it. Did you have one?
Oh, what did I write down? One of them is that I just wanted him, One, I wanted him and Mike Pence to walk out of the White House with Mike Pence standing on his feet like a little girl on her dad's feet when they dance at a wedding.
That is cute.
And they have to walk all the way out. And then
I love that.
Another one was that I wanted them to be paraded out with Ramona Singer from Real Housewives of New York doing Turtle Time, and then Sonia Morgan trying to sell her microwave at the same time.
That's pretty good. But also, they're Republicans.
That's what I mean. Like the whole imagery of it all would be like, here they all are.
See, I want him to be escorted out by the prancing elites.
Yeah. See, that would be great. I wanted it to be more embarrassing for him. That's like, that is like owning him. But
it's for all his like crazy ass supporters to be like, here's some beautiful black men dancing.
I love that. I think that's perfect.
Oh,
but guys, if you have any fun and interesting ways that Trump can leave the White House, please let us know. I also wanted him to be like airlifted out, like that very unflattering photo of Harry Styles on the music video shoot for Sign of the Times, where he's like in the air.
Where he looks like Halloween. He looks like Mike Myers.
Yeah, he looks like he got stung by 1,000 bees and he's just like floating out. I wanted that to be Trump leaving the White House.
Still haven't gotten a response from Harry Styles about my YouTube video, even though it was sent to him.
I wanted to follow up on that, but okay. It's the holidays. We'll give everyone some time to get back into their inboxes and their DMs.
Picture this. It's a night like any other. You're sitting in your living room. The lights are dim. You are scrolling through Netflix and gasp, horror, how could it be? You have nothing else to watch. You have been indoors for like 10 months and you are at the bottom of the barrel. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna download a new streaming platform that costs you an arm and a leg? Or are you gonna download Best Fiends, a free to download puzzle game? Unlike your streaming platform, there is no end in sight. Best Fiends has literally thousands of levels with more added all the time. So it just keeps going and going and going. And I don't have time because we got to get back to the podcast. I love Best Fiends. It is a super fun way to pass the time. I will admit that I sometimes play it on the toilet. I definitely play it when Chip is driving and I'm in the passenger seat and my other Best Fiend, Beans, is in my lap. I don't know if you could just hear her shake, but that was legit her audio. It's got over 100 million downloads, and this 5-star rated mobile puzzle game is a must play. There's more levels, events, and challenges added all the time, so you are not going to get bored of it. You're always going to be able to say, just one more level, and that level you probably haven't played before. Seriously, once you download Best Fiends, boredom will not stand a chance. Plus, the Fiends are really cute, and you guys know I'm a sucker for a tiny cute thing. Isn't that right, Beans? Uh-oh, that bitch is jealous. So today, I want you to download Best Fiends free on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends.
Yesterday, I finally took a really long walk. Well, because I've been reading horror movies.
For fun?
I want to write a horror film.
Oh, yeah. So you're doing your research.
Yeah, because it's written a completely different way. When you write comedy, it's just like jokes, whatever. With this, it's like, how do you build suspense? When you're writing a script and you're like, every single word counts to make this the shortest as possible. Mm-hmm. And with a horror movie, you have to write out, like, do they say he's walking slowly or is it intended? Like,
how do you give cues to the audience without giving everything away?
Exactly. So I read like Midsummer last week. Never saw it. I've only written it. And then yesterday I read Hereditary.
Never even heard of that.
Oh, it's like the scariest fucking movie ever.
Really?
And I haven't even seen it. I just read it. And then I Instagrammed a picture of the script. And my brother DM'd me and was like, that movie haunted me for weeks. Like it's so fucked up. Like, I can't even talk to people about it. Anyway, so I was like, I gotta get away from this script.
Let me get some fresh air.
We got homegirl crawling on the ceiling. I am out of here.
No, thank you.
So I took a long walk, and I'm rounding a corner, and I see, like, when you can see someone is doing a little, like, photo shoot, like a family photo shoot.
Yeah,
I saw this girl or this woman, and there was like a little toddler baby on her shoulders, and she's like doing the like walk away and look back at the camera, and they're taking them, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute. And I slow down, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like ready to see the cute baby. And so they're taking a bunch of pics, and the baby turns around. It's a Raggedy Ann doll. It's a Raggedy Ann doll.
And this is a adult woman,
a grown ass woman dressed normal, doing a photo shoot with a Raggedy Ann doll on her shoulders. I'm seeing this after reading a horror script.
Yeah, that's a lot. The pandemic has affected, I keep saying, everyone in different ways, and everyone gets a pass doing whatever they want to do.
She looked happy, but
when you've just read a horrific scene in a horror movie and you go out to real life and that's happening, like, no one thinks it's weird. Yeah, that's tough.
Like, I, even as a kid, was like, Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy? Yeah. Kind of creepy.
Very creepy. Very creepy.
What's their backstory? What's their deal? Well, freaks?
Before you call them freaks, they might have had difficult childhoods. This is the weekend with his bandages all over again.
Oh, my God. Well, obviously she has yarn hair and a triangle nose. We know that. I mean, like, but what's her deal?
They look like scarecrows, but as dolls. Yes. And so I wonder if if they have any connection to the Scarecrow family, because they are very scary. I'm a big opposite of a fan. Yeah, I was way more into Rainbow Bright than Raggedy Ann, which I think is like the glow up of Raggedy Ann.
Yes, Rainbow Bright was definitely the hot chick too. Anyway, I'll find out some weird background story of them, but that was the scariest shit to see.
That is horrifying when people are acting as if this is fun and normal and celebrated and documented.
And it was like on a busy street, not a busy street, but it was like everyone. I would pass another guy. We're both on the opposite side of the street, and we gave a knowing look to each other.
Yeah,
that wasn't cool.
When you're wearing your mask, all you got are eyes.
Yeah.
Eyes.
Oh, we yes, I'm gonna learn Morse code.
Ooga eyes.
Totally.
Well, something that's slightly better that everyone has been sliding into my DMs about dog dancing. We Are the Champions.
Just We Are the Champions in general, man.
Great show. Rainn Wilson, I think, created and narrates it. There's like 6 episodes on Netflix. It's such easy watching.
It's so good. I think I told you, because I bawled on the finale that we had rewatched The Office.
Yeah.
So I recognized Rainn Wilson's voice before knowing it was him. I was like, I know that voice. I know that voice. So good. Cheese rolling.
I haven't watched. The only one I haven't watched is the hot pepper one.
Ditto.
It's snotty and I don't want to see it.
Oh my God, Grace. Literally ditto, kiddo. I was like, are there any more We Are the Champions left? And he's like, just the peppers one. I was like, I don't want to see people throwing up and vomit.
And like snot, like waterfalls down their face. I know. I respect the challenge that they go through, but it's not my jam. We watched the yo-yo one last night. Those little rock stars. It felt like early days of VidCon.
Yes. The yo-yo one is incredible. And it made me laugh so hard because I was like, hey, Chip, remember when Grace came over a month ago and I made her watch you do Walk the Dog and Around the World?
And we were like, ooh. And then I watched these 12-year-olds.
I was like, check out my boyfriend. He can do Around the World. And then we watched that. And it doesn't even make sense to me how they yo-yo like that.
I could not follow it, but it seems very intense. And I love how it's just a sweet competition. And I want to go to it because I want to experience the feeling of walking into the lobby of the hotel where it's at and just seeing everyone in the lobby yo-yoing frenetically everywhere.
I was watching it going, oh man, I love that now I know about this world, but I'm pissed I learned about it by this show because now when we go back to normal times, everyone's going to be crashing to see it.
Oh, 100%.
It's like after like the cat show doc came out. Then it was like you could tell people were going there ironically.
Yeah, no, I haven't had like a specific thing that I've wanted to do after the quarantine lifts. And then seeing the dog dancing one, I started looking up. Obviously, this year was canceled, but they have one tentatively scheduled for 2021 October.
Wait, but
I think it's in Russia. It's been so...
Okay, look, I'm not going to Russia.
St. Petersburg, Russia. But there's got to be other ones. That's the European Open Championships.
Okay, I was going to say, surely dog dancing, they had, like when on that episode, they had teams from Central Europe.
Right.
Like, I want to go to the dog dancing competition that one was in Italy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry to our Russian listeners. I have zero.
I don't even think we're going to be able as Americans to get in there.
That's true. That's
a question mark.
But I have like zero interest in going to Russia.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It scares me.
I just want to see the dog dancing happen in person.
In Italy.
Yeah, it's in Italy, if possible. It's incredible. I was screaming and squealing at the TV the whole time. I love that the Russian team is so serious. I love that they have jumpsuits, like full warm-up suits that they wear.
It's amazing.
I love that the woman that is the team captain is terrible at dancing herself.
Her one weakness.
And that the wild card woman that gets too into dancing.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, but there is an emotional arc that you see, and I did almost cry watching it.
Oh, I for sure did.
It was so dang
It was
sweet.
the sweetest. I loved frog jumping.
The frog jumping is
brought
great.
Out a memory of like, well, first of all, I'm just like, are the frogs scared?
Right.
Where's the line? Like, can we put olive oil on them?
Right,
like,
yeah.
What is the deal?
Where are the rules? What are they? And maybe I was kind of half watching that one. So that one to me seemed like there's a lot of practice going into what is seemingly a random thing that happens the day of.
I don't know how much was actual skill.
Right. And the two kids that come up that haven't practiced at all.
They're terrible, but
no spoilers.
No spoilers. So go watch We Are the Champions. This goes out to the person who hates when we say non-spawn. It's non-spawn.
Non-spawn.
One other thing I'll say about TV, because it's a follow-up, is we were talking last week about Kid from Love Actually on Queen's Gambit and how his face is just taken off his tiny boy body and put on that. Did you know this? You know the guy that's really sweet that lives with her for a while?
Yeah, who is he? Why was he so familiar?
Because he's the fucking terrible, annoying cousin from Harry Potter. He's Dudley Dursley, man.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
I didn't know that at all. Wow.
Yep.
What a
guy
range.
has range.
What a range.
So
Incredible.
I was just like, wow, okay, we've got quite a few.
The kid actors are coming up.
But that guy looks different. Now we can see the difference in, like, that's a child actor who you're like, what do I know him from?
Right.
I saw that kid and I was like, hey, man. What are you doing out this late?
Yeah, open that trench coat. Are you just standing on another kid right now?
Yeah.
And you're still 6 years old?
Oh man, I love the trench coat gag.
Oh, it's really, really good.
Oh man.
We watched it. Well, you know how you said Rainn Wilson's voice in We Are the Champions?
Yeah.
It's great. Love it. We watched another UFO documentary. Been
wow.
big into him.
You're getting in deep, man.
Getting in deep.
Oh shit.
And it was great, interesting things presented. It was voiced by Jeremy Piven the whole time.
Oh no.
And it was so bad. It was so bad. And they would have him read quotes from like all of these like profound thinkers in between all these interviews. It was so frustratingly bad because the content of the documentary itself was like interesting. And this is like to my point that why can't UFO documentaries ever be cool? Like, why can't they get it together?
Is Piven a big UFO guy, or was that just a gig?
I don't know. It came out in 2020. Elliot just found it on like Amazon Prime, and it sounded like Jeremy was like recording it from inside his closet, like at the start of the pandemic.
I was just gonna say, everyone is trying to get that VO money.
Yeah.
Where if normally Piven would be like, I'm not doing a fucking narrator for a UFO doc. Now,
yeah,
month
all
900 of a pandemic, Piven will take what he's given.
Piven is all over it, yeah. And he was acting the shit out of his VO, which was so distracting.
Oh,
it was
gross.
just like, and they couldn't believe. And I was just like, stop.
He turned into Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wow. Okay.
Before go ahead. What do you got?
Nothing. I'm just really distracted. I really want to research Raggedy Ann.
I
feel like there's some twisted backstory. Stay tuned next week to this riveting.
I love it. I'll read one of my favorite reviews of the podcast this
Thank
week.
you for pulling those. I always forget.
They're so good. Thank you guys for leaving them. They're incredibly sweet. Keep it up because they're just fun to read how ridiculous they are. This one is from Janie, and it says, the title is Cool Aaron Sent Me. And it says, this podcast is like seeing a Fiat with a dildo sticking out of it. Stupid, generally weird, and hilarious.
Yay! I love a callback
Thank
joke.
you so much.
I love that.
And I also like this one from Tyler Weo. It says, Peace, Love, and Piss Teeth is the title of it. And one of the sentences from it is
the new Live, Laugh, Love.
Exactly. Listening to this podcast each week is like being rebaptized in a cesspool of a swimming pool at a YMCA because of the joy and laughter it brings me.
Hell yes.
Love
Thank
it.
you, Peace, Love, and Piss Teeth.
Love it.
That's a great album title. Thanks for leaving those. Y'all, as per usual, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/this might get weird. There's bonus podcasts, there's live streams, there's just our general thoughts. Sometimes we just get in there and Tumblr the shit out of it. So that is available. And also, like we said, we do have merch. It is DFTBA.
Yes.
Don't forget to be awesome. But also, if you go on either of our Instagrams, there will be a link.
Yep. Go check it out.
It's pretty fun. Before we make some Randy as Guy Fieri. Please don't have sex with Guy Fieri because
you don't
it
have to
really
worry
messed
about
me
that.
up.
Look, if I'm having a hard time, I promise you I will not have sex with Guy Fieri.
This got weird.